real quick, and that's these. So if you catch me on the replay, put replay in the comments. If you catch me live, say hi. I don't bite unless you ask nicely. My name is Karen Hewitt, and we're just going to go over some stuff and talk about why makeup is different for being online versus in person. Okay, because I do my makeup different for videos than I do in person, and there's a reason for it. It's the same reason why when you go get your photos taken and you have makeup done, it's a totally different experience than just having your makeup done for a gym. Okay, so let's jump right in with one of my favorite hacks, and that is using these. I am using, where did I pop them? I just put them down somewhere, of course. These are under eye hydrogels patches, and what I'm doing basically is I'm killing two birds with one stone. Well, two birds with one stone. Well, one, I have a felt guard for my makeup, and two, I'm giving extra hydration, which is desperately needed for my under eyes because they had suffering recently. And I also have a little celebration to share with you, so I'll share that later. Oh my gosh. So this is, I'm doing camera ready. In fact, what you have seen me doing a lot this week is camera ready makeup. And the reason for that is I do not go out as much as people would like to think for numerous reasons. One, I don't like to go out. I mean, that's probably the easiest one right there, right? I don't like it. I'm uncomfortable going out. I don't like it. I am technically agoraphobic. I'm much better in recent years over that than what I used to be. Two, I'm a stay-at-home mom of 5 kids. And when I'm doing all that, I just realized I put this one on back. No wonder it wasn't sticking. This is why I am so tired. Stay-at-home mom, we homeschool, we do different activities, but I'm constantly making sure everything's okay. I work from home. In this day and age of deliveries, I do a lot of my work online. And I'm going to grab a different palette. I'm going to grab my pink, my Rillet, which is super pretty. And so when I'm doing makeup, and it's because when I go out, sometimes I'll just do like, I'll make sure my brows are done, just tinted moisturizer, and possibly some lip gloss, maybe mascara. But it's more just put together and pulled together. But when I'm on camera, there's different things you have to be aware of when camera that you don't need to be aware of off of camera. So, for example, the light. You need to have lighting when you're on camera, and this is something that I tell all my clients for social media. If you're doing videos, make sure you have good lighting. Now, you do not have to spend a fortune. I can get a link to one of my favorite, couple of my favorite things later. And you can use a window with natural light. I have a courtyard outside this window, so I don't really get natural light that works for camera. Because I don't really get anything that's indirect. It's all shaded by all the walls. It's a really nice, because it doesn't give me the sun beating up the room, but it doesn't give it. So I actually use 2 square lights and a ring light, and that's just how I do it. When you're using light, you need to make sure that you are doing the contrast and shadow makeup. And that's basically what I'm doing here. I'm putting it in order to create contrast. Oh, you can see like this is a start of a halo eye. And I put a base on, and now I'm coming in with a softer pink right here to create my start. If you have green or hazel eyes, this is the palette for you. And my link is in the comments. Grab it right now because we do have free shipping this weekend only. Ends Sunday night or Monday night. I have to check. Act like it ends Sunday night, okay? Because my brain is spacing on right now. But free shipping at 75 or more. And this palette is a steal at its price. Could add an eyeliner, eye primer, and a mascara, and possibly a lip gloss as well. You would be over that 75. See, I just listed a whole bunch of stuff. I go place and you know, I'm a makeup junkie. I'm like a total makeup junkie. Hello, love. Oh my gosh, so long no see. I miss chatting to you. I need to message you just to say hi and see how things are doing. I'm a makeup junkie. I'm a makeup. If you saw how much makeup I have, you would tell me I had a problem. One of my dreams is to have a makeup room as well as an office. You know, like the YouTubers that have the full makeup rooms. I totally want one of those because I have that much makeup. I think I miss, oh gosh. Yeah, I'm a junkie. I am a junkie. I think I counted them. I have over 100 makeup palettes. Does that sound bad? Like I have over 100 makeup palettes. I'm going in with a darker color in here in my eye, not here because if you go too dark here, you're gonna close your eyes and they're not going to so big and beautiful. And you all have big beautiful eyes, and you should highlight that and be all happy with it. Just saying. Going in with a darker to kind of smoke it out. And what this is doing, the Hydro Pad, is it's creating me a line so it lift it up when I take this off. I'm coming in over. So this is a halo look. But right now, like I said, free shipping, 75 or higher. Plus, we have a sign up so you can be on, you'll work with me on my team. And that's starting at just $6 this weekend, which is ridiculously, especially seeing as you get a shampoo in that deal too, a full size intensive repair shampoo. Now, I'm in right now with a glitter in the center to create the halo look, because the halo is basically right over the pupil of the eye, going up, and we're going to blend it afterwards to create a shimmer effect, because we like shimmer effects. See, like this, it goes. Now, traditional halos have the same color on each outer eye part. I like to go lighter in the middle and slightly darker on the outside because it opens and lifts the eye more, especially if you have any form of hooded. See, I have a bit of a hood when I do this. And that little going a lighter on the inner helps open up the eye to reduce the effect of that hood. And we all know we want to reduce that. A little hood's cute, a lot of hood not. So there we go, halo going on right there. And then I'm going to come in with another brush and just do a little blendy blend. And I need to grab a brush. Like I said the other day, I'm gonna have to do a video of my brushes because I have so much. And what I'm just doing is I'm just gonna take it from side out to blend. And the reason I'm doing that is I don't want to bring the dark in, I want to bring the light over. And I'm just going above the crease. Okay, see, like so. Because then I'm keeping the light in the middle and the outside. I can blend it back in there and then come in and over. You see, this is like a really soft color. And then I'm going to come back in for that light. Again, I'm going to come right into the corner of my eye just to open it up a little bit more. Like create a little eye highlight at the teardrop. So what I've done here, and this is good for camera, is I've lifted up here. I've created light in the center, which makes bigger, and darkness on the outside, which creates shadow. Create shadow. We're actually giving the camera something to contrast on. And when you have that contrast, what that means is that your features are going to stand out more on the camera. Now I'm going to come in with my eyeliner, and I am going to come up with my eyeliner like so. And I'm going on from under, and I just went a little too low, but that's okay. I can fix it because I wasn't paying attention. See, I went a little too low. You can see my mistake. You can see my uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm going to grab some mascara. Just real quick on the Q-tip. And I'm going to spill it everywhere because, why not? And I'm just going to come in with the micellar water and fix that right there. See? You never need to worry about making mistakes. You can always fix it. And I make mistakes. And I have been certified in makeup artistry now for 8 or 9 years. I have to look at when my original was. And I make mistakes all the time. In fact, I am practicing some of my makeup techniques because as I told you, I'm going to be very honest and very vulnerable with everyone because, well, that's who I am. I always have been. I kind of lost myself over the last couple of years. I found myself and lost myself at the same time. And one of the things I did was I stopped as much self-care as far as makeup, hair care and stuff like that. I kept my pink and that was about it. And I just worked. I worked, but not for the fun of working. If you've ever felt like you've been up for the fun of it, let me know in the comments because, yeah, and that got the t-shirt. So I had clients that I was not really aligned with. That drove me insane because what they were promoting was just not where I needed to be. I was still in the marketing space, but I wasn't in the network marketing space like I wanted to be. If you have not been any part of my journey in a long time, I used to be top leader. I had a high amount of, I had large teams in more than one company. I created like 3 companies, very large teams, full-time income. And then things were said to me, a leader, that really took my self-confidence and made it just drop like you would not believe. Like my self-confidence hit the rock bottom. And I started to build my self-confidence back up with a leader who was amazing. And unfortunately, they supported me, they believed in me, gave me all this, like really made me feel like I could be back into the swing of it. And then they passed away. We thought she was getting better and we were hopeful. And then all of a sudden it was like, okay, that wasn't what we thought it was. And it was painful. It was so painful to realize that she actually wasn't better. And she went into hospital and a couple of days later she was gone. And I was just like, I was heartbroken. So again, I stepped away because I was feeling the hurt on that. And now I've stepped back in. Now I've stepped back in for a couple of reasons. One, it always made me happy. And being happy is half the thing. Using a natural eyeliner on the bottom line, the waterline to help open up the eyes. Because when you're on camera, you want to open. But I also want to add a darker color, and I'm looking for the one I want right here. It's a burgundy, and again, because I have green eyes. When you have green eyes, plums, roses, they all look phenomenal on green eyes. And then taking that into the highline, you really highlight the green eye. And I'm also going to take it in my lash line right here to help blend from the harshness of the black to the waterline. Yes. Yes, they do. They add pop with green eyes. Hazel eyes too. And then to the lash line. Now, this is something I don't see anyone really showing. Because they always go they take the black eyeliner onto the lash line. I tend to go up to the black liner with a stick color like the burgundy because it diffuses the black and makes it not look so harsh. So what I just did my eyes, not including mascara, for the camera. Open my eyes look, and also how defined the lash line is. And without being too overpowering. And my wing is, I could go the bigger wing. In fact, I think I'm going to add a little bit more wing to my lashes. And the reason I do a slightly larger wing when I go camera, so that it stands out. Sometimes less is more and sometimes more is more. So just a little bit right there. And then I'm going to prime my lashes before I do mascara. I prime it with just this is a white primer. And then I'll curl it with the primer on. So the primer is going to help the curl on the lash curlers stick. So we give a little extra glue, so to speak, hold on. I'm not going to do false lashes today because I'm going to do it all with my glasses on. And I find that false lashes tend to hit my glasses a little, unless I wear particular pairs of it. And I don't feel like wearing those today. So, but when you do your primer on your lashes before you do mascara and then curl your lashes with an eyelash curl, you're going to find that you get more stick for the curl. And you tilt the lash color. Yeah, it kind of makes me think of Clockwork Orange. And Clockwork Orange actually came out way before my time, but I did film studies for one of my electives in college, so we had to watch it because of the impact it had on the movie industry, as well as psychological dramas. So I'm just curling it with that. And then I'm going to take these off. And what these have been doing is they've been moisturizing that under eye section while we wait. And I'm going to come in with this. This is like an instant cream. It's instant perfecting cream. And I'm going to add this. For things, it fills out all the wrinkles and makes them just go pipe, pipe, pipe. And it's made with plankton extract. So it's one of those things, certain things it does until you know what it does. And I'm just going to come in right here under the eye and tap this in. And it's going to create, as it dries, it's going to create an instant lifting effect. Again, I'm doing this makeup. This is makeup right now that I am doing for the camera and not for daily use. So it may look a little in spaces, and that's okay. Because I will be doing videos and then that will be everywhere. And I just wipe off I take the excess where I feel like I could do with a little extra lifting. I do it here and here because I just lift my brows and lift my eyes some more. And And I'm going to let that sit. Now, while I let that sit, go and do a reversed foundation. What do I mean by reversion? I'm going to take my contour and I'm actually going to put my contour on before I put my foundation on. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm actually layering my contour. So I'm going to be contouring twice. Yes, I said that right. I'm going to be contouring twice. I'm going to do it first and then I'll put foundation on. I will go in again with contour just to define it a little more. Now, I'm a fan of the diamond shape contour on cheeks, which I don't know you can see already. That is just really taking that and slim that up. Give me more of an angular look. Now, when you do it before, you don't have to perfectly blend it, because you are going to be putting foundation over it. So I don't know, my face still looks uneven, and that's okay. It's allowed to look a little uneven at this point because I have not got foundation on. Done is I've started to shape my face and creating the shadows on. And the reason I do it is it gives me the illusion of a thicker lip. So now you can probably see if I do this, how much more, and then you can see already the tightening of this area here where it's already pulling and making it look tighter and less crazy. And I'm going to take a liquid blush And that's the wrong one. Where is mine? Right there. This is going to look crazy. Again, I'm doing this before foundation. I'm putting my liquid blush under my eye. This is ink red tone. And the reason I'm doing this is it will color correct under the eye. And where's that brush I want? Right here. And I'm just using it to help color correct the under the eye so that I put my concealer is going to help with a lot of the dark circles and help that out. I'm going to come in with a beauty blender actually. And you go crazy while you're doing it because you're like, oh my gosh, why do I have pink under eyes? But pinks, reds, and oranges help correct darker colors. If you have like orange is really good if you feel like you have shadows because of stubble or like hair growth or anything like that, which some of us get mustaches and, other people, other women, they can have full facial hair. So orange helps correct that. Reds and pinks help correct the purple blueness of an under eye, dark eye shadow, shine. And then I'm going to come in with my foundation. I'm using Air Glow on my hand so it's warmer. Back in with it and just start stabbing. And I come all the way down because I have a reddish neck and I always like to get my neck too to make it ease. Because you hear these things, colour match to your neck, colour match to your jawline, colour match to your face. My neckline is a constant lobster pink. I'm not going to match to that. I do not want my entire face to be lobster pink. I like pink. I'm not a big fan of that pink. Okay. My jawline, this is one color and my face is a more porcelain color. So I go right between the two and give myself a more even color. So when it blends out and I have my blush and my bronzer on, it looks real like that's the color I'm supposed to be. Just because I have such indifferential colors system. And you can already see that the pink under my eye is really helping to neutralize those under eye bags. I'm going to come in with the Beauty Blender and find more even coverage. Again, please remember, I'm doing this camera. This is a camera makeup. On a day-to-day makeup, I wouldn't go so broad. I wouldn't go so heavy on my makeup. I would be a lot softer. I wouldn't have as many layers to it. I primed before because I like my primer to sit for 10 minutes before I put my makeup on. Because then really tacking it and really hold the makeup all day. So I don't tell, like, if I do this, yeah, you can see the under eyes because of the shadow. Because there's... But when I look at camera, and I haven't done concealer yet. No concealer yet, which is huge. So if I haven't sealed yet and I'm still already in, it's because of the pink from the blush. And then I'm going to come in now and do contour again. Back with the liquid, the stick contour, but not as much. See, I didn't do as big a stripe as before because I already have some on. And I'm just kind of adding to what was already in. Okay. So this is building it up. This is the definition and shadows. Because if you're not careful, camera will not be your best friend on Zoom. And this is why look at a TV presenter or a movie actor in person when they've been shooting a film. It's so different to what you would expect because there's this multiple layers of makeup. Okay. And then I can just come in. Oh, I have a smudge on my camera there, and I was like, it's not seeing it there. Why is it there? It was on my it was on my phone. I was getting a little extra. I was getting all scared. I'm like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? Don't forget your ears. Your ears tend to be a slightly different color to your face. Normally, it's because people. I'm not. I'm not calling out people. I used to do it. It's part of my problem too. It's part of my problem too. Hello, hello, hello. One of the reasons people's ears tend to be a different color to their face is it's the one area you don't put sunscreen. And that was me. I never put sunscreen on my ears because I didn't think about it. And now I do because, I had some skin cancer removed a lot. So, but my ears still are a slightly different color. So make sure you use foundation on your ears too. Now we're going to come in with the concealer. We're also going to do some magic with it. We're going to come in with a little dot here, a little dot here, 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 and here. Hey, hey, hey. I see that Tegan's in the chat. Hello, Tegan. So again, I'm not adding too much concealer. It's just lots of very specific points. And what these points are is they're designed to lift the face. So using our concealer to create an illusion on our face, which is freaking awesome. And then we should bring it up here. And we're taking it up. So we're lifting the face. You see how that is just adding a little bit more to that. Gone are the days where we plaster our face with a ton of concealer just to get some coverage. Okay, using it in a way that works with our face types. We're using it in a way that helps us look our best and create the illusions that we want to create. And then I'm going to take a brighter concealer. Oh, wrong one. Brighter concealer and use that to highlight. So tiny bit here, tiny bit here, tiny bit here. Cupid's bow. We'll come just a dot, just a dot. Most of us wear too much concealer, and we don't do it straight. Just plaster and hope like a thick coating is going to fix our problems. It does. This is more with concealer and that's why you always put concealer on last after you color correct, because otherwise you put too much on and it will crinkle. It will go into the crevices and it will look like you are taking out the makeup so much. So there is that. And now I'm going to come in with my powder. I need powder brush with the bronzer from the temples and just down a little bit, keeping it high and across the forehead. I also like it over my nose a little bit because that's where you'd get sunburnt. It's like right over your nose, like so. Come in with powder blush. And I only do powder blush in the upper. It lifts the eye. And with everything right now. See? We're not too high, we're not trying to go on the apples of your eyes. Working teens and 20s, apples of your cheeks is really cool because it gives you that flush appearance. When you're older, go ahead and take it to the top and lift up your eye. Like so. Go take that and just add a little highlight. Top of cheekbone. Tip of the nose. Tip of the cupid. Like so. And now I'm going to come in with lips and I should then be almost done. And I love these lip liners because, you know, they allow me to just, I can sharpen it up a little bit. No, I don't go all the way to the corners of the lips. And we're kind of doing a heart on the top. And then take a little bit more. More. And overline our lips just in the cupid. Come down a little bit. Adding shadow right in the middle of the bottom lip. So see now how my bottom lip looks much more plump. Get lip filler. So yeah, even though my lips now look smaller this way, they look plumper. And I'm going to now come in with my lip. And this, like I said, this baby doll lip at the moment is just something I'm loving. And I do take that out. Don't it? To me, this already looks like my lips are plumper. I'm just going to blot a little. Take anything off my teeth. Just suck your thumb to make sure you have nothing on your teeth. Back in with the lip liner. To help clean it up on the ears and help provide more shadow. You see how that just looks a lot more powdery. And finally, I'm going to come in with a clear lip gloss because clear lips are what's in right now. Not clear. See is in, not matte. Even though I do have a love of matte lips, I just do with this clear gloss and just add it in. Wiping off the brush so I don't. And the reason I brush with a clear gloss is I don't want to get this pink into the gloss tube. I want to keep that off so my clear gloss lasts longer. I don't know if you've seen it where you get the makeup on there and then all of a sudden you're clear, you're beautifully clear lip gloss, and this is a lip plumper, so even more. And then the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my favorite types of sponges. This is Goofy Sponge. And I'm going to take a little of the pink setting powder. Make sure you tap it off. You don't want too much. And we're going to just kind of pink in here to help. Again, the pink helps correct the over eye, the under eye, purpley bags. So that's why we want to do this and just add in a little bit more correction. And then obviously you want to drop the brush, the sponge. That's how we do it. And then clean brush just to brush off any excess. Apart from setting spray, and that's what I'm going to do now. There you go. So this is designed for camera. I'll go and do my hair a little bit, and then I can go into client calls and do all those things today. So I love talking to you this morning. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Don't forget that $75 free shipping is available right now, as well as the $6 sign up. That will not last long. So take advantage. And if you need help with picking up colors or anything, just message me. I'm here to help in any way that I can. Okay. Talk to you later. Ta-ra for now.